Gather round, everyone, and hear again the tale of Drakfu. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Like I said on Monday, we're flipping things around a little bit. Welcome to the tale of Drakfu, and here we go. So, one of the reasons that I actually bought a little bit more extra time was not only did I have stuff going on this week that basically prevented me from recording the tale of Drakfu, this time around I also wanted a little extra time so that I can get some other tasks done. In particular, world quests, and finally getting around to the cauldron in the Halls of Valor that we needed to get. Thankfully, as you guys can see, both of those quests are done. So let's go ahead and turn those in with Iron Body Ponshu.
Stay strong in this time of
So let's see, Halls of Valor, Odin's Cauldron. Did you pass the trials? Yes I did. Yes I did. Tell me, were the Halls of Valor as amazing as the stories say? Regardless, you got the cauldron. Now we can begin brewing. All right.
we serve all.
A peaceful world. So this is the daily or the world quest one. Astounding, Grandmaster. Reports are flying in about your success. Without your help, many of our outposts around the Broken Isles would have fallen. Well, thank you. All right, impending danger. Our scouts have sighted a failed command ship looming on the horizon, Grandmaster. It appears to be headed on a collision course with the Wandering Isle. We should prepare our troops for the worst-case situation, an all-out attack. In the meantime, let us send our champions ahead to try and divert the Legion ship's attention. So we need to complete the mission Impending Danger.
We will not rest until the Legion is defeated.
So we got that, but let me go check really quick with our buddy Chen and see if the cauldron was enough for us to continue on in this whole Stormbrew quest line. Because I think I've already sent my followers out for the day. Yes, because Chen's not here, and I'll bet he had the quest. No! Because unfortunately you can't cancel quests, and I just barely sent people out today. So here's Impending Danger. And yeah, I've got a couple of hours before I can bring them back in. So I guess we're not doing any Order Hall quest line today. Instead, we'll probably head back to Val'sharah to continue that quest line. Let me just double check in here. Yeah, looks like it. So we need Impending Danger, but that's interesting. A fell command ship is on its way here. That's not good. All right, well, let's then go ahead and head out and continue our questing in Val'sharah, and we'll do that with a quick magic cut until we get there. Okay, we are back in Val'sharah, and last time we took care of 2 of the great archdruids that we need to summon Ysera. It's time for us to go and get the 3rd, the archdruid Elethir, who is our archdruid of lore. As you can kind of tell, he's probably a treant. So let's go ahead and grab him. Thankfully, he's not too far off, as here is Thastala. Not going to worry too much about flying at this point, but here is Elethir. Which, by the way, I do like this new Ancient of Lore design. It's really good. Welcome, traveler. All right. The forest whispered of your arrival, young one. Few outsiders have entered my precious grove. Please show reverence during your visit. So we have 2 quests from him, solid as a rock. Cenarius requires me. I shall depart as soon as I am able, but I mustn't leave while my druids are in danger. A vile harpy coven has emerged and seeks to claim my grove as their own. These vermin inflict a petrifying disease which, given time, will destroy the infected. While I wish for all of my followers to be cured, it is crucial that my elder disciples survive to protect the grove in my absence. If you would assist us, find my disciples and rouse them from this terrible state. So we need to find Marmor Loreleaf, Irwind Mistfen, and Delphinar Sagewood. I want to make sure I read that right. Okay, so we need to go rescue these guys, and then he also has a second quest, Death to the Witchmother. The numberless years of my life have been dedicated to learning and perfecting the arts of healing and restoration. Nothing in this world pains me more than taking a life, traveler. It is with a heavy heart that I must commission the death of Magula, the leader of the harpies that threaten this grove. May her death save the lives of more noble beings. So we need to take care of this harpy. And we need to save all of the druids. But if you were leveling in here, you would also get a bonus objective to kill off any harpy presence in this area, too. We will not get that because we're already capped. But we'll take care of whatever harpy presence that actually gets in our way. So happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. For me, very, very, very busy. As you guys will see in the coming, I want to say, day or two, we're going to be doing a little bit of an update vlog, just kind of covering the fact that, yeah, crap is happening, and it's going to change the channel just a little bit. More in the concept of, like, no, we're not going to be changing the schedule or anything like that, but the schedule might get some delays. So here's Marmor Loreleaf. Found him.
Blessed, young one.
Really like those ancient designs now. Man, those are awesome. Night Elves for the win. Okay, so here is the second one. Let's see if we can get out of the way of Magula. Or the Harpies. So here's Delphinar Sagewood. Yeah, before people start getting worried, oh no, he's doing another schedule change. Not quite. It's just, we're actually getting really close to baby time for my second child to be born. So some stuff is just gonna have to change while I take care of the kids.
Here be with you, friend of the grove.
Why, thank you, Delphinar. I'm sorry, I should be doing the Drakfu voice. Thank you, Delphinar. I really appreciate that. May things be peaceful with you. He was really nice. All right, so Erwind Mistfen. Let's go ahead and grab him. Ooh. No, it is not. And our next target is Magula. I believe, yeah, she's just going to be off in this area. Here we go. Somebody actually did ask while I was recording one day, is like, what the heck is that airship now? And I'm like, it's the BlizzCon now. It's BlizzCon last year. Oh, crap. Somebody's about to kill Magula. Okay, let's get in here. Okay, cool. I got credit. This is one of the other features that I've liked ever since it was technically implemented in Warlords and then refined in Legion, because I believe that in Warlords it had a bug with faction or something else was buggy about it, but you couldn't get the kill and you'd have to wait. In Legion, they fixed it, and basically everybody gets the credit. So as long as you've done some kind of damage to a named elite and people are killing it, you get the credit. And that's actually really helpful for the questing process. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn these in. So, solid as a rock. Your arrival was a blessing, friend. Andethoros Sethil. And if I murdered that, I'm sorry. May peace again fill our sacred grove. So, 775 ring. You know what? The cloak is actually an improvement, so we'll go ahead and do that. And that gives us Archdruid of the Lore. Where is it? There we go. As you guys can see, my inventory is kind of full. Return to the grove. Now that my grove is safe, I can turn my attention to the threat you speak of. To hear of Cenarius' plight is disturbing indeed. Tell Malfurion that I shall meet him at the grove. Okay.
Time is running out. You are needed at the grove of Cenarius. We must act swiftly.
Okay, so now that we have all of the archdruids, let's head back to Cenarius' grove. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of cut some corners here. Oh, look, another Feral Worgen that if I had the Scythe of Elune, I could purify. That's sad. Oh, and what's this over here? Oh, that's a bonus quest. I'm not gonna worry about the bonus quest. I say that, and then people get mad at me. Let's see, Wisp in the Willows. Wisps are the spirits of our night elven brethren who have become one with the forest, but their minds and the way they perceive things are very different than in life. You should bond with this little one, see through its eyes as it travels to the hidden pools and grows some trees. Oh, this actually, if you do it, I believe gives you the world quest. So actually, let's go ahead and do it. I think all you have to do is just embody the Wisp. It's stupidly easy, so we can easily get it done, but I believe you can't do it as a world quest unless you've done this quest. So we'll just go ahead and do it.
Wisps have the extraordinary ability to encourage the rapid.
See, this is
maturation
actually the world quest, so maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. All you have to do is just basically go to these roots and grow trees. But if you hit these circles on the water, then you will be spotted, and therefore will get sent out of the wisp's body. But as you can see, it's stupidly easy to do. Just gotta wait, and then you grow the tree. Boom! Grow the tree again. And here we go. Oh, can I actually pick this? Yes, I can. So we can get Dreamleaf, which is the herb in Val'sharah. So that's helpful. Okay, so I think we're also going to get the credit for... Yeah, we're getting credit for both the world quests as well as this one. That's fortuitous. Okay, so we're halfway there. 3 more. Yeah, so the big circles, as you can see, they're like fish right at the bottom of them. So be careful, because the fish can move. And if they do, they will eat the wisp. And then you will see the circle of life. And it kills us all. All right, and final one. Boom! So not only did I get the credit for the world quest...
still shines through, even in these dire times.
Ooh, and it was an order resource one. That's awesome. Okay, so now that we've got that done... Oh, crap. It actually didn't give me all the credit. So back I go. Dang it. I was kind of wondering if they were off. So yeah, I also need to take care of a few questions that you guys have been asking, and I think the first one that people have really wanted to know that I haven't really talked about is Battle for Azeroth. Am I excited? I don't know. Like, we're about 3-4 weeks away from its... Nah, probably 5. 5 weeks away from its release. I don't know. Legion was just that good an expansion. So I'm not saying that I'm not looking forward to it, but I am going to miss Legion when it's gone, especially with a lot of the stuff that is going away with Legion. And that's going to make me sad overall. In fact, I actually do have another vlog that I want to do, just basically kind of explaining my dissatisfaction with the reasonings that have happened with the Mage Tower artifact appearance, and actually proposing an alternate idea on what they could do to keep that appearance in. Oh, thank you, Traveler. You have truly helped the forest today, so now we can get this belt, or this ring, that is not that much helpful. Okay, well, thanks for the ring, I guess. Which one is better? They're both 779, so I'll just go ahead and do this one for exact stats. Okay, so back to the Grove of Cenarius. And now that we have all 3 archdruids, let's see if Ysera can solve the problem. Oh, and Cenarius is not looking very good. He's turning red. Does that mean he's getting angry?
How might nature serve?
Wonderful. The archdruids have already assembled. All
Nature
right.
stands with you.
The Emerald Queen. Drakfu, you have returned. Good. I have counseled with the other archdruids and concluded that Cenarius' condition is merely a symptom of a much greater problem. Your experiences in Moonclaw Vale make that clear. We need help. There is one who can bring understanding to these events. With Theon gone, we must ask that you aid us, reaching out to the Lady of Dreams. Okay, so we're gonna help out.
Guide your path.
Cenarius, my mentor. What foul power could hold sway over him? I am ready to aid you,
May the
Malfurion!
winds be at your back.
Oh, he's blue again. Okay. So we're gonna be stepping into this summoning circle. Whoa! And this is such a cool summoning. Oh, jeez, that's awesome. So this summons Ysera, the Dreamer.
Lady Ysera, thank you for answering our call. We face a dire threat.
No need to explain, Malfurion. I have seen what is coming.
Oh, good. Well, then she can explain it to us.
The Emerald Dream is being overtaken by the Nightmare. The Legion and the Satyr Xavius are to blame.
Well, she would be in the dream, so she would know.
Shaladrasil, the World Tree, has fallen to the Nightmare's corruption and spreads its curse across our precious land.
Seriously, how many world trees are there? Jiminy Christmas!
The Nightmare Lord must be vanquished, or Val'Sharah is lost.
This was a concern that a lot of people actually had, is like, oh, another world tree? And yeah, even I'm kind of agreeing with this. It's getting out of hand. We have Nordrassil, we have Teldrassil, we have Vordrassil up in Northrend that has since been destroyed. We have now Shaladrassil. There's too many world trees at this point. Just saying. All right, so Malfurion, let's go ahead and turn this in. Behold, Ysera, the Emerald Queen. So we can actually get an artifact relic out of this, and I want to make sure that we pick the right one, because now it just kind of gives us, and we actually do have an open Storm relic slot, so we're going to get the Storm relic. Okay, so is this the Storm? Yes, and we're just going to go ahead and grab it. Boom. There we go. So now we filled the third artifact relic slot. Is it the best thing in the world? Probably not. But let's go ahead and talk to you, Ysera.
Tell me, what do you see?
So the Temple of Elune. Cenarius is in danger. If his condition is not reversed soon, he will be lost to the nightmare that threatens the Emerald Dream. To spare him that fate, we must have the Tears of Elune, the same relic you were sent here to retrieve. Elune's temple is not far. Go there and find Lianis. Show her my seal and instruct her to release the tears into your custody. Hurry, Drakfu. Time is short.
Together.
Okay. So, we're just going to go ahead and skip over, but all you have to do is just kind of go over this waterfall, and you are at the Temple of Elune. Since we don't have to go the long way around. But, as you can see, the temple has problems of its own. The Legion is invading, and so, it looks like, is the Nightmare. That's not good. Okay, well, first things first, let's go ahead and grab the flight path that's at the Garden of the Moon. And now we'll go ahead and meet with Lianis and see if we can get the Tears of Elune for Cenarius. So into the temple we go. Whee! Here we are.
Help has arrived at last. Elune be praised.
That was my answer to you. So you bear the mark of the Dreamer. Elune be praised. You've arrived just in time, visitor. Shaladrasil's roots are at our doorstep. Okay. Tears for Fears. The Tears of Elune are a sacred artifact, protected by my order for thousands of years. I tell you this so that you may understand the gravity of your request. That said, Ysera is noble and wise, and I trust in her guidance. You will find the tears in a vault at the eastern edge of the temple grounds. Proceed with caution, though, as that area has been overrun by demons. All right, and then we also have additional quests from Ysauren Nightstar, I think is how you say it. Yserain. Root cause. The massive roots of Shaladrasil are spreading a horrible corruption throughout the forest. If we are to save Val'Sharah, we will need to find a way to stop the encroachment of the World Tree. If you bring me enough corrupted root samples, I may be able to discover their secrets. Okay, so we need to find 30 root samples and get the Tears of Elune. And again, if you were leveling, you would get a bonus objective to kill off demons and corruption in this area. We don't have to worry about that too much, so we can stay on task. That's easier said than done, though, because we got to collect a lot of roots. And it takes a while to be able to get all that stuff. I can't even remember. No, the Treants don't get it, or the Ancients don't. So we just got to do this one at a time. Weeding the tree roots. Oh, so fun. Here we go. Boom! So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm more saddened by the fact that Legion's ending, and all of the cool stuff that is going away with it is also ending. I like the idea of the allied races, and what I know of the story in Battle for Azeroth so far has me at least a little bit more optimistic and looking forward to it. I'm still having some issues with the Alliance versus Horde thing. And actually, right now, I'm reading through the book Before the Storm for events that are leading up into Battle for Azeroth. So, yeah. Oh, hi.
Foolish mortal, the Tears of Elune are mine now.
Well, that's not
If
good.
Malfurion wants them back so badly, he can seek me out. I'll be waiting.
I love this model, by the way. The other model that you see in the raid is not worth it, in my opinion. Yes, he's supposed to be an embodiment of Xavius' corruption, but I like that one. It's such a better manipulator kind of model. Oh, and actually, we did see a quest over here. Let's check that out, too. What the heck is going on over here? Oh. Oh, it's a human. Darcy Heathrow, a villager in peril. The corpse of Darcy Heathrow lies before you, pierced by several arrows and knife wounds. In one hand, she clutches a note, written with a feeble hand that reads, "The Death March of Bradensbrook. Help us, please." Okay, this is actually a side quest in Val'sharah, but we will eventually bounce back to it. I want to stick to this plot, though, as it's the main storyline. But we will be doing that. It actually leads into... There are technically 2 dungeons in Val'sharah. One is more of an Emerald Nightmare instance, and then the other one is Blackrook Hold, and this is more pertaining to the Blackrook Hold plot. So we'll take care of that after the main plot of Val'sharah. So here we go. Leannis, I have your tears, or at least I wish I did. Xavius has stolen our sacred artifact? Elune, forgive me, I have failed you. Okay, so we have Trinket Neck and a Trinket. 779. And the neck is... Yep, we're gonna go with this Trinket. The die is cast. Thanks to your efforts, the temple is safe for now. But the Tears of Elune are stolen, and Shaladrasil, the World Tree that once protected this land, is now an instrument in the hands of our enemy. The Emerald Dream itself is being overrun by nightmare. The hearts of our people falter, their faith tested like never before. Return to Ysera with my report, Drakfu, such as it is. I shall plead with Elune with that time, with what time I have left here. May we somehow yet prevail. Okay, so then we also have Ysera, I think is his name. Have you collected the root samples? Yes, I did. It is as I feared, Blood Elf. This corruption is irreversible. Dun, dun, dun! Sorry, every time I hear that, I gotta do that. Our only course of action is somehow to find a way to fight it at its source. Which would basically be what we did. Because eventually, and you guys will see this in Dungeons & Drakfus when we get to that point, we will be stepping into the Emerald Nightmare raid. I am so glad that that was the first raid of this one, because this was, in the grand scheme of things in Legion, the Emerald Nightmare was kind of a minor storyline, but I'm so glad they finally did it. They finally did an Emerald Nightmare raid. It was so cool to walk into. But let's go ahead and turn this quest into Ysera and tell her that we've lost the Tears of Elune.
Time may pass.
This is dire news indeed, Drakfu. Draw upon your courage now, friend, for Azeroth needs her heroes more than ever before.
Courage, young.
Oh, and what's this? Oh, he's gone red again. Oh, no.
No!
What he said.
I have wasted too much time here. No more!
Got a dragon here. Maybe you should listen. Malfurion! Furion! Don't make me come over.
Cenarius' loss has left Malfurion unable to see reason. Make haste to the World Tree. He may be headed there, all too ready to take reckless risks.
I'm sorry, Ysera.
Meanwhile, you and I will follow his trail from here. Malfurion must not fall.
Ysera, we need to have a talk, because the bottom line is, this is not the first time Malfurion has done this, nor will it be the last, okay? Yes, he tends to go into reckless actions, and then eventually we have to go save his ass. Just saying, it happens. So let's go ahead and talk to Ysera.
I have seen your dream.
Malfurion's Fury. The loss of Cenarius to the Nightmare is a devastating blow to us all. Though Malfurion's rage is justified, his hatred of Xavius has burned for centuries, and I fear that his blind rage will be used as a weapon against him. May Elune guide us in our search for him, lest we have yet another friend to mourn today.
Every dream
Okay.
has its nightmare.
Oh, and actually, you could technically ride her, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So we need to go to the Nightmare, or at least the outstretched roots of Shaladra Sil. We need to step...
Rage has blinded Malfurion. He and Xavius have a long history of conflict.
Yes, they do.
Even he cannot hope to defeat Xavius alone. We must find him at once.
So here we are at the edge of the corruption. So it's time for us to step outside of Val'sharah and step into the Nightmare. So here we go. Oh, Drakfu, what is becoming of this precious land? Nightmare. To old friends, I sense a powerful dark presence here, Drakfu, but it is not of Xavius. This feels too familiar. I sense a druid's touch here, a druid twisted by the shadow of the Nightmare. We must deal with this threat if we are to find Xavius. I will take to the skies and lend you my aid. Find this corrupted druid and cut down his tainted and twisted plants. Okay?
I must take to the sky. Embrace the power I have given you.
So basically, she's going to give us a master command that we can use in this area that allows for us to be able to have airstrikes.
Is the master of this forest now. To enter is to succumb to the Nightmare.
So
Nothing
Lyrathos
can
Darkgrove.
withstand the might of Xavius.
Oh, and by the way, hi Steve Bloom. So yeah, here it is. It's Ysera's Wrath, so you could call down nature damage on all enemies within the area. So here's an example. Boom! Kind of a waste, but it refills pretty quickly. So here we go. We have to kill 50.
I will spread the Nightmare to every mountain and valley.
Oh, will you now? So basically the goal here is to get as many into the area of effect as possible. And Ysera's Wrath will pretty much do the work for you in this quest. So there we go.
Rise.
Really what we
Grow.
ought to do
Take
is
this forest.
just get as many into the area of effect as you can. And we keep on going. And now we can do this. Nuke. 23 out of 50. Let's do that one now. Boom!
I live to serve Xavius.
I'm sure you do, sweetheart.
How do you think you will fare against the might of Xavius?
I think I'm faring fairly well, dude, because I'm 42 out of 50.
My power will destroy this pathetic land.
Darkgrove is
There you
fled
go.
into a nearby cavern. Hunt him down and end this.
Okay, so here's what you gotta do. Just go all the way down into this cavern, and you could face off against Lyrathos Darkgrove. Right here. So, hi, buddy. Time for you to get punched to death. Face of Fury! You will feel my Fist of Fury for poisoning the trees and stuff. Don't really know anything about the environment. I just punch things and they fall down and they die. All right, so come on out of the cavern. And then we got to meet up with Ysera deeper into the Nightmare. So yeah, you could technically say like we are in the Emerald Nightmare made manifest in Val'sharah. Yep. This is what it's starting to look like. So Ysera.
I dream and the world trembles.
Know this, Drakfu. You did the only thing you could. When a mortal has become corrupted by the Nightmare, there is no return. Only death will set them free. Okay, so we got boots and shoulders, and the boots are better. So, boom. Let's go ahead and put those on. All right, and then we have the Demon's Trail. Malfurion is nearby. I can sense him. Search the summit of Andu Tala while I continue to scour the forest. Be swift, Drakfu. Time is of the essence. All right.
Courage, young one. Hope
So all you have to do is just go up these stairs.
to the burning leap.
And he's up here. So it just gets more and more twisted as we go along. Oh, hi, Xavius. Let's go ahead and take you on. Oh, no. He has been captured.
Ah, the mother of dreams has arrived at last.
Uh-oh. What are you doing? No! Well, that's a hit. A very palpable hit. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, we're dealing with a corrupted Ysera now. And she's running off with her. Well, this just got a hell of a lot worse.
Where is my beloved?
Tyrande! Thank you! Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and deal with you. We gotta get Malfurion back, and now we have a bigger problem. So, the gem that he was holding in his hand is actually the pillar of creation we came here for. That is the Tears of Elune. He used the Tears of Elune to corrupt Ysera. That's not good. Okay, let's go ahead and meet up with Tyrande.
We are wasting time.
My husband, Malfurion. What has become of him? Answer me! Tone it down, sister. Tone it down. So into the nightmare. Love lost. Malfurion, my love. In vision I saw him, enraged and then distressed, and now lost beyond my mind's reach. Blood Elf, I know we have little reason to trust one another, but I will not turn away your help. If you value the sanctity of this world, you will come with me. I do, so yeah, I can do that. Okay, so we basically just need to meet Tyrande at our next destination, which is our, I think it's called Starsong Refuge, and it's our next flight path. So just come on over here. Yep, Starsong Refuge. So now that we're here, you go into this cave, and there is Tyrande Whisperwind, the High Priestess of Elune.
We've got them cornered.
Pray my husband makes it through this alive, Blood Elf. I will. Dark Side of the Moon. Xavius has been this way, but his destination is unclear. The nightmare smothers my mind. These refugees tell of an ancient moonwell hidden in the ruins ahead. If it is uncorrupted, it will give me the focus I need. By Elune's light, we will find my husband yet. Meet me at the moonwell at once, monk. Okay. And then we also have Mender Ornell and Aldous Duskwing. These are the survivors she's talking about.
I am listening.
Lost in retreat. Is this the end? Our beloved Malfurion. I saw him in the dreamer's clutches, but Ysera was changed, twisted. Shalatrasil, our mighty world tree, is corrupted beyond recognition. We were forced to flee our home without our belongings. Some were heirlooms sacred to us. Return them to me if you can, monk. I beg of you. Okay, so we need to get 5 Shadowfen heirlooms.
Farewell.
And Aldous. Worm Talon Wreckage. As if Shaladrasil's encroaching roots were not enough to deal with, now the Worm Talon Harpies have come to take advantage of our plight. Kill them, Blood Elf. They deserve nothing less for feeding on our misery. Okay? So we need to get heirlooms, and we need to kill Harpies, as well as meet with Tyrande. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. And, geez, how many chapters does that leave? We're actually almost done with the main story. Volshara is strangely the shortest of them. And to me, it's actually one of the better stories that this expansion told. Yeah, we're down to 3, so we have All Nightmare Long, and technically the Bradensbrook area is part of it, so, or at least is part of the achievement. It's not part of the main story, but we will be going there because it is pertaining to Blackrock Hold. So first things first, let's go ahead and grab our heirlooms. Not those kinds of heirlooms, people. We are not using heirlooms to level. In fact, we're not even leveling anymore. That's actually another question that I need to answer right here now, because people were asking, since I'm capped now, will you be using heirlooms in Battle for Azeroth for the Tale of Drakfu? No, the Tale of Drakfu is remaining the same. All of its goals are going to be in place. We will not be able to use ground, or by the time we actually get there, I think we'll be restricted to ground mounts. So we're going to stay that way until we're capped, and then I think if we get capped and flying is available, we will start using it. But for the most part, I want to make sure that it's still the genuine Tale of Drakfu experience, especially considering that Horde content and Alliance content are very different this time around. Yes, you can go to their areas, but the stories being told are different. And kind of in retrospect, because again, we're going to Zandalar, Alliance go to Kultiris, and even though I will be going to Kultiris as a Horde character, the story's going to be very different, and we're going to have different goals. So, yes, everything of the Tale of Drakfu is remaining the same. There will be no heirlooms, there will be no experience buffs, nothing. You guys will get the genuine leveling experience from Battle for Azeroth. Which leads into the other question that I need to take care of. Are you going to start Tale of Drakfu Battle for Azeroth right away? No, I'm not. We are technically in Val'sharah. We still have 2 more zones to cover, and I'm only, in the Tale of Drakfu, I'm only covering the content that was put in the expansion as it started. So we're going to go as far as Suramar, and as soon as we're done there, we will cut things off, and we will go into Battle for Azeroth content. And by that point, things might be a little bit easier, and I can get away with that. Although I'm also going to say this, and again, I'm not trying to piss people off, but with the baby coming, there might be a few weeks where I miss. And it's simply because I'm changing diapers, I'm taking care of my kid, and that's why I'm not there. It's not that I hate anybody or anything like that, and I know there's going to be... Most of my community is very understanding in this regard, but there are occasionally those few of like, I'm subscribed to you and I don't understand why you can't do this. Well, now you understand. Now there's a reasoning that's been put on video format for you to be able to hear. I am taking care of my kids. That's what matters to me right now, at that given moment. And I will be back as soon as I possibly can. So if that's a problem for you, I don't know what to tell you. I'm doing things as best as I can, but I'm human just like you. And sometimes I have to prioritize a few things that are going to be a little weird to you. It's the way it works. I mean, for crying out loud, a few of you guys actually wanted to meet up with me at Salt Lake Gaming Con, and I believe that was actually on the schedule that I was going, but crap happened, and I needed to babysit, so I had to kind of call that off. It wasn't that I didn't want to see people, although, like, cons are not the greatest experience for me. I would much rather just be in a more, not isolated, but a more personal environment with all of you. And a convention doesn't necessarily lend that, but that's not the reason. I needed to be able to take care of my kids, and that priority still needs to stand. Okay, so we have these other 2 quests done. Let's go ahead and meet up with Tyrande. And it looks like, yeah, this Moonwell might not be corrupted. So let's talk to her.
What are we waiting for?
I will need to focus on the vision to understand its message. We have had our differences in the past, but this is bigger than both of us. Can I trust you? By my honor, you will come to no harm, priestess! What's honor? I know I was told that!
Anything disturb my meditation.
I know I was told what honor was, but I can't remember. I was too busy punching things at the time. It's something the orcs kept on talking about.
Swirling red mist. Gnashing teeth.
Oh, looks like we have more friends. There we go.
Malfurion. He is in pain. Keep fighting, my love.
Okay, at least she's having some progress. Hi. There we go.
His location is still unclear, but he lives.
Well, that's good. I
We
mean,
must go deeper into the nightmare. Wherever he is, peril is already upon him.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's turn this
They
in.
defile everything they
He is still alive, but the rest remains to be seen. For your sake, let us pray that he is unharmed. I don't see why you needed to threaten me there, but I mean, I want him to be happy too. Regroup at the refuge. I cannot think clearly in this place. Even though the moon well is still pure, the corrupting influence of the nightmare remains. Come, we will return to the refuge and gather our wits. Then we will continue the hunt for my husband.
Meet me back at the refuge and we will
Yeah,
continue our
I actually
search.
kind of forgot that. Yeah, they're married. They got married in Stormrage. Or, no, they didn't get married, but they definitely resolved to tie the knot. That definitely happened. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn in all of these quests, starting with the other two. Have you retrieved them? Yeah, I did. It's not much, but it is better than I could have hoped for. You have our gratitude.
May
Well,
the
thank you.
stars guide you.
And Aldous? Such violence should not be necessary. Thank you regardless. Okay. And Tyrande.
What are we waiting for?
Already my mind is sharper. Heart of the Nightmare. I know only that my husband is somewhere deeper in this twisted forest. He is still alive, but it remains to be seen if he is whole. Tyrande's expression hardens into a scowl as she peers at you. Elune herself cannot protect Xavius if he is not. That's a pissed off wife right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Stay close.
I don't feel bad.
Do not
I
let
don't.
the nightmare confound you.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, we've kind of run out of time, so I think this is actually a really great point to kind of run to end on, at least for the Val'sharah storyline. We will go deeper into the nightmare to try and rescue Malfurion, and that's,
Path
yeah.
Splits. Wait, what is that?
We'll get there in a... Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to show this, because it is interesting. Because as soon as you
That
go
is
in
the
here...
blood. It is still wet. There may still be time.
So as you go deeper into the nightmare. And, oh, poor Elithir. He's here.
The corruption is thick here. What is that across the bridge? Follow closely.
Looks like Elithir.
By Elune, not you too. Have you seen my husband?
Okay. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end things here. And unfortunately, we don't have anything to go back to get done in Dalaran or with the Order Hall quest line. But when we come back next week, we will continue on in Val'sharah, or we will continue on in the Stormbrew quest line in the Order Hall to get that finished up. So we'll see you guys then. And back on regular schedule, by the way. We'll be back on Monday for the Tale of Drakfu. We'll see you then.